Hey, good evening, everybody. How y'all doing? It is 9:45 in the evening, 9:49 even, CST, July 7th, 2024. Happy Sunday. Sorry for not actually properly streaming today. I got a little sidetracked, but hey, that's okay. I'll make it up tomorrow. Anyway, so that my day isn't entirely wasted, we are here to read a couple of the SCPs on my list. They're for the most part on the short to medium side. Don't know if I'll even get through all of the ones that I have prepared because we're not going past 11:30. I'll have to use my judgment when we get around to it. If we're going to continue. But yeah, I hope you're all doing good. Yeah, sorry for starting a little earlier than anticipated. Doing good, that's good to hear, beta fan. Also, hello. I got RDR2. Hell yeah. It's nice. Rock on, cowboy. Yeah, Red Dead is a fantastic game. I've watched the second one. I played the first one. It was one of my favorite games. And I'm glad you like it. It's a really good game. All right. Drink water straight from the water dispenser and not the glass. It depends. Is your water dispenser cleanish? Or are you drinking it out of a rusty faucet? That's the big problem. Is it rusty or not? Rusty. Anyway, let's try and get started a little bit earlier. Because I got things to do. Cleanish, then you're probably fine. Yeah, I got things to do this evening, so I can't spend all night here, so let's get started early. All right. First up on the docket for the night. This one's a little short. Bob Ross, did you take over the channel? Happy little interdimensional anomalies. You know it. No outlets. Item number 7979. Level 1 unrestricted. Containment class. Pending. Secondary class. Anomalous. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-7979 is contained in an anomalous item locker, at least 5 meters away from all wall sockets. Description: SCP-7979 is a road sign with the phrase, "No outlet," printed on it. An S and an emoticon depicting an angry face have been graffitied on SCP-7979 in a permanent marker. When SCP-7979 is brought within close proximity to a wall socket, the socket's opening will seal themselves. This also severs plugged cords, rendering them non-functional. Addendum 7979.1. Junior researcher Thomas Leoprine discovered the words, "No road signs," written onto the wall plate of a socket just outside of SCP-7979's area of effect. Security footage indicates that the message manifested over the course of 4 hours overnight. It has since been designated SCP-7979-1. Addendum 7979.2. A test was performed in which the two objects were brought together. As SCP-7979 came within range of SCP-7979-1, Leoprine began to feel a force similar to magnetic repulsion pushing him against himself and the sign, and was thus prevented from any further forward movement. Even when aided by 2 security guards, the 3 were unable to push SCP-7979 into the chamber. Further progress was made when SCP-7979 was brought into the arms of a bulldozer. As the 2 anomalies approached each other, a series of anomalous effects occurred. It is currently unclear what these effects are, as once the objects came within range of each other, the security cameras in the area malfunctioned, along with the driver of the bulldozer passing out from an intense pressure in his skull. A minor increase in electricity usage was noted during post-event analysis. After the event, both objects were rediscovered sustaining minor damage. The emoticon on SCP-7979 changed, distorting into a pair of crossed-out eyes and an agape mouth, while the right socket of SCP-7979 has become rusted and warped. Both SCP-7979 and SCP-7979-1 no longer produce anomalous effects. Reclassification to neutralized pending. Attached post-incident photo. Yippee! No outlets allowed, nor any road signs. Also, hello, Freddy. How you doing? Didn't realize you started earlier. Yeah, I got done with what I was doing, and I figured since I got to hurry up because I got to go do stuff before the end of the day, before like 1 o'clock in the morning. I figured we might as well get going. Windows 95, man, that's my least favorite superhero. How you doing, Derpy? Doing good? That's good to hear. Yeah, that was a good mid-length article. I guess it's actually pretty short. Good short article. I think if I were to turn this into like a proper video, I think it'd come out to like 3, maybe 4 minutes. He was in 2024 Eurovision? I'm surprised they let him leave 95. Want every SCP to have a little block of info this? Link to memo. Oh, this is how that's talking about them changing that. Huh. Just tired, been swimming a lot today. I understand. Alrighty. I linked it in general. Oh. This is the one we're going to be doing next. This one's a little bit longer, but not super long. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed your swimming, though. Nice. Oh, the Pink Foundation, indeed. The Hot Pink Foundation. I approve. I probably should say, going to check to see if we're good to finish Back to the Future tomorrow. Because I'd like to finish that soon. I'd like to finish that before next weekend, like before the weekend. I don't want to have to wait until Saturday to play that game again. To say 5-minute read, that's if you're not reading it out loud. Do not trust that timer. That's if you're reading it to yourself. There ain't no way I'm going to only take 5 minutes to read this. All right. I don't want a different song for this. Does Fear of the Dark sound like again? I think that one worked. 5 minutes on the dot, it better be. Of the shark puppet? Well, like left shark, a blow high. Anyway. Paleolithic Containment Site. Item number SCP-6875. Class Safe. Level 5/6875. Top Secret. Disruption Class Vlam. Vlam? Special Containment Procedures. The main entrance to SCP-6875 has been sealed off. Personnel with 5 general clearance or other authorized individuals can enter SCP-6875. All other individuals attempting to enter SCP-6875 are to be detained and interrogated. Description: SCP-6875 is a cave located in northern Belarus, near the town of Miori in the Vitebsk region. The presence of tools and cave paintings indicate that SCP-6875 was inhabited by early humans roughly 100,000 years ago. Several of the deeper portions of SCP-6875 have been carved out into small rooms, with large, heavy rocks being used as barricades for them. Many of these rocks seem to have been broken apart or forcibly thrown aside. Investigation of these carved rooms indicate that they were constructed by early humans as makeshift containment chambers for anomalous artifacts. Owing to the age and lack of care of this site, many of the artifacts these chambers were made for are now lost. However, crude drawings outside the entrance of these chambers allow some insight into what anomalies may have been present there. Addendum 6875.1 contained anomalies. Following is a curated list of known anomalies contained at SCP-6875, alongside any drawings found outside the art, or any modifications made to the containment chamber. A full list of SCP-6875's anomalies can be accessed upon request. Designation: SCP-6875 Auroch. Description: the skeletal remains of a boss primigenius, Auroch, were found within this chamber. Vines have circled around many of the bones, keeping the remains largely intact and together. Analysis of the skeleton indicates that the animal died sometime in the early 20th century, making it the latest known living member of its species. Analysis also revealed the Auroch to be well over 100,000 years old at the time of its death, meaning that it had had an anomalously elongated life. Chamber modification: a small chute was carved out next to the main entrance to the chamber, presumably to get food and water into the chamber without having to remove the stone door. Chamber drawing: the drawing outside shows a group of humans worshipping a large Auroch, with rays of light coming out from its horns. SCP-6875 Maker. The chamber has a large hole granting access to the surface. Inspection of the hole indicates it was created by blunt force from the outside. The floor of the chamber is littered with the remains of dolls and toys meant for children. A small makeshift wooden table at the far end of the room holds unfinished toys and worn tools. Some of the dolls have pieces of grass interwoven into them, and occasionally animate, getting up and dancing around a bit before becoming inert once more. N.A. A mustached man is depicted working at a table, with dolls dancing around him. SCP-6875 Mesozoic. The chamber's stone door was held in place by several smaller rocks prior to Foundation involvement. After removal of the door, a living specimen of the Nata Tesseraptor was found within. It attacked Foundation personnel present and was shot at. Upon witnessing it slowly regenerating from the attack, on-site personnel quickly moved it into a portable containment chamber and transported it to a local Foundation facility for proper containment. A single viewport was carved next to the door. A theropod dinosaur, presumably SCP-6875 Mesozoic, was depicted being surrounded by approximately 50 men holding spears. SCP-6875 Machine. A mass of partially molten steel and tungsten is present in the corner of the chamber, next to the skeleton of a modern human. The skeleton was found dressed in a Foundation lab coat with a name tag identifying them as Dr. Matthew Reeds, a member of the Department of Temporal Anomalies. No individual under this name is currently employed by the Foundation, nor ever has been. NA. An individual in a lab coat is shown emerging from a glowing box. A group of 3 men and women are approaching the box from behind. Another individual is depicted running away from the box. SCP-6875 Fire. Coal and charcoal litter the floor of the chamber, with much of the wall covered in soot and burn marks. An unburned pile of wood is present in the corner. The ceiling of the chamber is filled with small holes leading to the surface. A raging fire is depicted burning down a village, with masses of people fleeing from the scene. Addendum 6875.2 Further exploration. Please re-input credentials. Warning. The following material is classified as Level 5/General. Access by anyone without the proper credentials will result in amnesticization and, if warranted, termination. By reading beyond this warning, you acknowledge that you are aware of the potential consequences of viewing information you are unauthorized for. SCP-6875 Update. An expedition was conducted to the deeper parts of SCP-6875. As only the first 75 meters beyond the entrance has been properly explored. Several new containment chambers were found, among which included SCP-6875 Papers. A sheaf of papers stapled together at the top. Despite presumably having been within a human environment for approximately 100,000 years, SCP-6875 Papers is in perfect condition. The top paper of the stack reads, Confidential Report on Special Items, Classified. The sheaf of papers has since been moved to Site 1, under the order of 05-1. NA. A hand reaching out for a stack of papers, with a skull drawn over where the hand would be touching the sheaf of papers. SCP-6875 Spear. The chamber is empty. A stone tablet, dated 33 AD, was found at the entrance to the chamber. A message on it, written in Latin, states, Had to borrow the spear for a special crucifixion. I'm sure you won't mind. NA. A figure is holding up a golden, glowing spear. The figure appears to be using it in a fight, although their opponent has been scribbled out. SCP-6875 Creation. A large wooden sculpture consisting of 2 booths and 1 center mass. Both booths have levers attached to them. Pulling the levers has no effect. NA. A figure is shown building SCP-6875 Creation. Next to the drawing, in modern English, is, It didn't work. Am I forgetting a part of the original? SCP-6875 Skull. A floating skull of an animal, from the Mammothus genus. Any organic matter entering a 5-meter radius from the skull instantly turns to stone. Several petrified individuals can be seen surrounding the skull. No entrance to the chamber exists, with only a single porthole being present. A mammoth is shown chasing after a group of individuals. with several gray figures left behind it. SCP-6875 Office. The chamber's entrance is significantly smaller, only being 2 meters tall compared to the approximately 3 meters of other chambers. Within the chamber, carved into the far walls, is a desk, bed, and bookshelf. Several leather-bound journals are present on the bookshelf, although the handwriting is too poor for it to be legible. On the desk is a severely rusted, inoperable IBM PC. Several drawings of other anomalies within SCP-6875 can be seen. A name tag, made out of bronze, is present on the desk. It bears the name Aaron Siegel. See below. The following was the image found drawn next to the chamber for SCP-6875 Office. 05-1 has declined to comment on the contents of this exploration. Oh boy. I wonder if this was inspired by another one. Let me go look it up real quick. There's an old explained article that was forever ago. I don't know if it's even still on here. Let's see. Did they get rid of it? CP archives probably fit deleted. I don't know. I don't know if I'm missing it or if it's gone. But there used to be an article way back in the day that was an SCP article written from the point of view of cavemen containing fire. Like, it was this. It was cavemen talking about fire and how they contain it. It was very fun. And I wonder if that inspired this article. Regarding reading streams, are they going to be the ones you have been doing recently with the picture and interview, or are you just going to do the old style with just you talking? I'm not sure what to do about that. I've been torn. I'm not going to do like proper like full videos where I time out the audio and like do retakes and all that. Because I'm entirely burned out on that. Like, I enjoy reading. I'm just burned out on that bit of the editing. But I have considered just setting it up like the format like I had been doing, with like the black background and the text, and then the image on the right, like going back and forth. But I'm not sure about that either. X-J, is that what you're looking for? Is it in J? Did they move it to joke? I think that might be it. I guess they moved it to J. Caveman containing fire SCP. Ah, nice. Hello, Vereinigstaten. Einigstaten, how are you? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Freddy. I remember seeing that way back in the day, and I wonder if it inspired this article. Yeah, if I might accept recommendations. I do, but I can't guarantee that I won't be getting them to them tonight, but I will add it to the list if you have things you would like me to read. Just please make sure I haven't already read it. I've got so many things I've read. 8190. I will add that to the list of things to be read in the future. Hello, Nuriakea. How are you? Over in Twitch chat. Yeah, music. Yeah, it's pretty sure this is one of the apartment musics from Cry of Fear. I drank all my water. Oh no. Uh-oh. Also, Nuriake, I did add the SCP that you requested yesterday. It also got added to the list. Sorry for not replying to you. While I'm reading, I don't stop to talk to people. That's a long one. I've got a couple really long ones in here right now. That'll probably be entire streams onto themselves. One second. I'm gonna go see if there's water in this room. This is my computer, not yours. I'm gonna go hunt for... Why is the music dead? Play music. Don't go anywhere. Hello, I'm back. Wow, yeah. I'm no longer as averse to long SCPs as I used to be because I'm not putting a lot of effort into editing the videos anymore. Yippee! Speaking of SCPs, we're going to be moving on to this one. SCP-1000. Oh my goodness. How about you? Bigfoot. Item number SCP-1000. Object class Keter. Special containment procedures. All media reports related to SCP-1000 are to be examined for potential verifiability. All organizations and individuals investigating SCP-1000's existence are to be kept under surveillance by Mobile Task Force Zeta-1000 and discredited or administered amnestics. All physical signs of SCP-1000's existence must be retrieved and kept in Foundation custody, and replaced with decoy items if necessary. Alleged sightings of SCP-1000 must always be investigated by MTF Zeta-1000, however trivial the claim. Absolutely no contact with wild or captive instances of SCP-1000 is allowed, without prior approval by Director Jones. Any interaction between SCP-1000 and humans, including Foundation personnel, must be reported to Director Jones immediately. Description: SCP-1000 is a nocturnal, omnivorous ape, classified in the Hominini branch, along with the genera Pan and Homo. Adults range in size from 1.5 to 3 meters, 5 to 10 feet, in height, and weigh between 90 and 270 kilograms, 200 to 600 pounds. They have gray, brown, black, red, and occasionally white fur. They possess large eyes with good vision, a pronounced brow ridge, and a sagittal crest on the forehead, similar to that of the gorilla, but present in both sexes. Their intelligence is on par with that of the Pan troglodytes, the common chimpanzee. SCP-1000 evolved alongside Homo sapiens, existing contemporaneously with proto-humans and humans in large numbers, until 10,000 to 15,000 years ago, when an extinction event eliminated all but 1 to 5% of their population. This event was triggered by SCP-1000 contracting an anomalous pseudo-disease, classified as SCP-1000-F1. This disease is passed on at the genetic level and affects every present-day instance of SCP-1000. The majority of SCP-1000 instances are born immune to the effect. Those who are not born immune quickly die. The effect of SCP-1000-F1 is as follows. Any hominid, including humans, chimpanzees, bonobos, and non-immune instances of SCP-1000, that directly or indirectly observes any instance of SCP-1000 has a minimum 2% chance of being instantly killed through anomalous means, via permanent cessation of brain function. This percentage is cumulative, and the longer a human views SCP-1000, the higher the chance of instantaneous death increases, at a rate of plus 1% chance per 20 minutes of viewing. This effect varies between individual members of SCP-1000 species, with some individuals carrying a death chance of 90%. The effect is also produced by dead individuals, though small fur samples do not exhibit the effect. Known means of preventing this effect are small scale only, and include redacted. See attached documentation, level 3 clearance required. Because of SCP-1000's close relation to humanity, it is considered likely that SCP-1000-F1 could eventually transfer to human carriers. Any instance of SCP-1000 finding its way to a major population center could constitute an blank class end-of-the-world scenario, with a minimum death toll of redacted and possible extinction of humanity. Fortunately, SCP-1000 appears to instinctively avoid human contact. It is not currently feasible to exterminate SCP-1000 entirely. The highest known population concentrations of SCP-1000 are at present located in the Pacific Northwest region of North America and the Himalayan mountain range in Asia. As of blank, these populations remain extant. SCP-1000's presence and data expunged have also been documented within the past 5 years on every continent. All known significant portions of SCP-1000 located near human population centers have been eliminated. SCP-1000 came to the attention of the Foundation via contact by Dr. Franz M. in 14 blank, with the Children of the Sun, who identified themselves as outcast members of the Serpent's Hand. This group has since been completely destroyed by the Foundation, due to their reluctance to surrender information about SCP-1000, SCP-blank, and SCP-blank, since reclassified as SCP-1000-blank and SCP-1000-blank. Remaining members have either joined the Foundation or gone into hiding, presumably as members of the Serpent's Hand. Weapons, tools, and other unique pseudo-technological resources in possession of the organization have been classified as SCP-1000-001 through SCP-1000-blank. These resources have been made use of by the Foundation in multiple instances. For a full list, see Document 1000-3534-Y. Level 3 clearance required. Access to surviving ex-members of the Children of the Sun is restricted to personnel with clearance level 4/1000, unless given direct authorization for contact by Director Jones. Further information is available to personnel with clearance level 3/1000 or above. Personnel with clearance level 3/1000 or above are required to read Document Alpha Document Alpha 1596-1000. Addendum 1000-466-X. Update to Special Containment Procedures. As of blank, SCP-1000 Special Containment Procedures no longer include Procedure 516 Lumina. Data expunged indicates that SCP-1000 may be developing a resistance to the sonic element. Data expunged will not develop further, so that Procedure 516 Lumina can still be used in emergency situations. Investigation into alternate means of reliably keeping SCP-1000 away from human population centers is underway. Whether SCP-1000 resistance to Procedure 516 Lumina was calculated, and as such may be a sign of SCP-1000 redacted, or coincidental, by chance of natural species variation, is not known at this time. Level 3 clearance required. Document Alpha 1596-1000. Missive from Director Jones. You've probably heard the rumors before now. Everyone without the clearance level to know better wants to get their dig in. Did you hear that Sasquatch is an SCP? Are we gonna capture and contain Bat Boy next? Yes, SCP-1000 is Bigfoot. I'm sure you've snickered. Don't worry. Contrary to rumors, we don't actually assign you to Keter duty for finding something humorous. You think Bigfoot is funny because we want you to think Bigfoot is funny. We've bankrolled Hollywood comedies and farcical documentaries, paid off men in gorilla suits, perpetrated hoaxes with bear prints and goat fur, bribed and brainwashed cartoonists to get especially silly depictions on children's television. Even the term Bigfoot comes from us. Planted in the media in 1958, a term people would find even harder to take seriously than Sasquatch. Why? We'll get to that. The information in the article that you've already read isn't entirely true. There are 2 direct lies, and plenty of lies of omission. There is no such thing as the anomalous pseudo-disease referred to as SCP-1000-F1. SCP-1000 does not possess a magical death aura. In fact, SCP-1000 does not directly exhibit any anomalous effect whatsoever. We also lied about SCP-1000's intelligence level. SCP-1000 aren't chimp-level smart. They're smarter. To be precise, they are exactly as smart as us. That brings us to the lies of omission. That's what this letter is for. The lies came from me, so I figure the truth should come from me as well. This is the story we got from the Children of the Sun who defected to us. The story we didn't believe. Refused to believe at first. As you've already read, the apes we call SCP-1000 evolved alongside us. We walked in the daytime, they walked in the nighttime. Our nocturnal siblings in the shadows. But while we were still wandering hunter-gatherers, they changed. Like we would a few thousand years later. Tools, weapons, agriculture, domesticated animals, stable settlements. As humanity blinked in the Pleistocene sun, SCP-1000's population exploded across the night. They blanketed the planet in the tens of billions. They made things that we still can't comprehend, even though we've thoroughly studied the surviving pieces. Organic technology. They made trees and birds of prey grow into fast-moving ships, herds of animals that became trains, bushes that became flying vehicles. From insects and pigeons, they made things equivalent to cell phones, televisions, computers, atomic bombs. The children describe vast, shining cities, stretching across glaciers and penetrating the deepest caverns, grown skyships of ivory and spider silk, creatures tending them with hundreds of blinking eyes. We were rare, like gorillas now, a few 100,000 left at best. We avoided their settlements just like wild animals today avoid ours. SCP-1000 understood we were intelligent like them, but avoided us just as we avoided them. Saw us as fairies, as gnomes, described us supernatural powers, said we ate bad children while they slept in daylight. They fenced off our dwindling wild populations in conservatories, outlawed poaching, but in the underground consumed our bones as aphrodisiacs. Then their civilization fell, and we did it. By we, I don't mean the Foundation. By we, I mean humanity. The story is muddy. Supposedly a trickster forest god showed humanity favor, showed us the master's tools and how to use them. Why we did it, we don't know. Perhaps they hunted us, perhaps we were simply afraid. Perhaps it was just that they fenced us in, unintentionally or not. We simply don't know what the truth is. Somehow, we acquired SCP-1000's own technology, and with it, we instigated an SK class dominance shift in which humanity became the dominant species of Earth. We wiped out 70% of SCP-1000's population in a single day. The Day of Flowers, the children called it. Supposedly, every flower bloomed that day, while our enemies died in their sleep. Then we hunted the rest down. But we went further than just killing them. With a few more of the twisted of the SCP-1000's devices, we drove the survivors mad, even those hiding beyond our reach. We trapped them in their own minds, blocking higher functions, leaving their bodies to fend for themselves like any ordinary ape. We slaughtered their living machines and burned their vast shining cities with SCP-1000's bioweapons that reduced everything to slurry and dust that washed or blew away in the spring rain and wind. We left no traces, not even our own memory. We turned one of the weapons on ourselves, wiped out any knowledge of SCP-1000 and the greatest civilization the planet had ever seen. Only a few humans protected themselves from the effect, kept the forbidden knowledge, just in case. The rest of us went back to being hunter-gatherers, none the wiser. Which brings us to today. You're going to read all about this in the Level 3 documentation, but I'll give you the short version here. SCP-1000 are somehow regaining their forgotten intelligence and knowledge. Maybe they never truly lost it. We don't know. This is why the ever-increasing number of Bigfoot sightings is so worrying. Why the attempts at contact, however indecipherable, are even more worrying. Yes, SCP-1000 are just like us. That's what makes them so dangerous. We wiped them from history and memory. We dissolved their civilization and we slaughtered most of their species. Just ask yourselves, if they got the chance, what more would they do to us? Addendum 1000-056-D. Instances of SCP-1000 have tried to make contact with Foundation personnel on multiple occasions. Most of these attempts at contact have data expunged, untranslated. Though recent attempts show that some instances of SCP-1000 are capable of communicating in English. Display ancillary anomaly reports. Addendum 1000-104-Y. Certain acquired documents contain extensive references to SCP-1000. Relevant is that the documents appear to be composed by entities associated directly with the location known as the Wanderer's Library. Context or significance of document details not yet clarified. Addendum 1000-276-A. Numerous anomalous objects with a known connection to SCP-1000. Data expunged. Prior cyclical iterations. As one example, SCP-2273 may not have a point of origin in a parallel timeline, but instead, a prior iteration. SCP-2932, SCP-2511, and other sources of living cultural insight into SCP-1000, or a variation, all present consistent inconsistencies, which may be used to create a fuller picture of the nature of these iterations, though conclusions are uncertain. Addendum 1000-276-Q. Special Report Data Expunged. This unnumbered black box anomalous item anchored underneath the structure is likely the most significant anomalous object known to have been utilized. Central to understanding SCP-1000's anomalous capabilities, including capabilities not developed directly, but accessed from prior, data expunged. Modern-day relevance to the Foundation and to society at large, in a scenario of general containment failure. Close ancillary Anomaly reports. Log 1000-AD065-X1. The following is a rough translation of recent SCP-1000 attempt at communication with Foundation personnel on blank. See attached documentation. We forgive you now. Given choice for now, not forever. Let us back in. Ba 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 da ba da ba da ba ba da ba ba. Awesome. They seem nice. Yeah, they definitely won't kill us. Does that have actual audio recordings? What would you do with that? Depends on the nature of the audio recording. If it's an audio recording of an interview, I would just do the interview. I'd just read it. If it is an audio recording of some like specific sound, I'd just play it. Are you linking the SCP articles? Because I noticed the last stream you didn't link the wikis. I go after I'm done. I go back and add them. Because I'm never entirely certain if I'll get everything that I expect to done. So I add them after. Do you accept non-main list recommendations as long as it's from the Wikidot or the Classic? Then yes. Or I guess also international, because that's technically a different website. Also international. Yeah, like .x, KTE, Blue Buster Mindle, Shelly Renegade Armbrusteri. Oh my god, that's one hell of a title. That's a mouthful. That's a whole reading right there. Oh, this is long too. You like long ones, don't you? Alright. AD 917, Blue Buster Mindle, Shelly Renegade Armbrusteri. Alright. Added to the list. Not the longest one that I've got, really. What was that one that I was looking at earlier? Or was it? What was it? No, not this one. This thing. $72.43. This is insane. I'm still going. I'm still going. Still going. There we go. And then it has all of these associated SCPs. Item 1. Episode 1. Episode 2. It's like a whole fucking, like, book series. Good luck with that one. That's a whole stream right there. That's a full-ass stream that I'd be doing for that one. Someone wrote a whole novel, yep. And someone requested it, so, you know. Gotta do it. Because it's so long, though, I'd like to have plenty of headway before we do that. Anyway, this is the last one that I have set up for the night. We might be able to fit another one in here really short. Let's see. No, not that one. You? No, not that one. I'm real short. You know what? That'll work. 1740. And for shorty, if you don't have one, if you have something to add to the list, let me know. I need to go get the title for this. Because I don't have the title in the article itself. Because that'd be too easy. Stay grounded. That is a safe article. Depending on how much time I have after we finish 603, we might do that one as well. 6179. I will add that to the list. Into the request list it goes. Also, every time, before every stream, I'm shuffling the request list up again. So it might be pushed higher up. '57, '56 as well. Alrighty. I don't think I've done either of these. I haven't done many of the higher codes because back when I was doing this, like cranking out videos, it was just getting into like the 3,000. It was just getting into the 4,000s. 59, 56, and 52, 43. Alrighty. I think next stream I'm going to figure out something. And transition kind of back into the old format with a little bit of changes for the uploaded videos. Keep it like this for streams, but maybe modify the uploaded videos a little bit to make them more in line. Talk about it here. There is actually another Weeble outfit in the works that is going to be for reading streams specifically. It's going to be Weeble in like a Dr. Darling inspired lab coat. And we're going to be using that. At a request, but if you want to see a long one, 6,500 is super long. Also, hello, mind me. I will go take a look, but if that's not a request, I will not put it on the list. Let's go look at this. This. Oh no, it's one of the ones with multiple pages. Oh, yep, offset. Oh boy. Darling, eh? Yeah. The longest single SCP on the site. Oh god. Input credentials? I don't have that. What if I just go to offset 1? Can't stop me. Oh god. Holy. What in the Alice in Wonderland is that? Y'all remember it was an American McGee, Alice in Wonderland? That's what that makes me think of. Password is I will not fade. Ah. I can just force my way to the different offsets. That was the SCP that took a YouTuber 7 hours to read. Oh god. That's someone's life work right there. Anyway. Like I said, I've got until 11:30. So. I'm gonna do this one. A very effective crowbar. Item number SCP-603. Object class Safe. Special containment procedures. SCP-603 is stored in a minimum security containment locker at Storage Site 23. Description: SCP-603 is an unmarked black steel crowbar, about 1.5 meters long. SCP-603 appears to be capable of producing irreversible results. Any objects pried apart with it will resist being rejoined. This first appears to be a magnetic effect, but as more force or complex instruments are utilized, it appears as an ability to alter probability, causing failures or accidents. To date, there has only been one circumstance of this ability being overcome. Experimentation Log 603. Experiment 603-1. 2 6-foot planks recently nailed together. Planks were separated with ease. First attempts to rejoin met with failure, as the planks appeared to have no friction relative to each other, and would not stabilize to be nailed. After applying vise grips, stabilization was achieved. On attempt to hammer the first nail, the head of the hammer separated from the shaft and broke the researcher's thumb. While test was interrupted for medical assistance, the vise grips shattered, with further injury to auxiliary researcher. Both declined to continue experimentation and were transferred to SCP-blank. Experiment 603-2. The door to blank's former office. After the events of Data Expunged, Dr. Blank was left locked out of his office. SCP-603 was used to force the door open, with only minor damage to the frame. Once repaired, the door would no longer close. Attempts to force the door closed resulted in detonation of the hinges, with some minor injuries to Dr. Blank, sustained by the door's subsequent collapse on him. Maintenance was notified, although uninformed of the involvement of SCP-603. Data expunged, resulting in 3 deaths. Experiment 603-3. Experiment missing. Experiment missing. Oh my god, I know I'll be using the Half-Life Katunk the crowbar for this image. That's what I imagine the crowbar altered item does in Control. Maybe it just makes things blow up. Like it explodes hinges. Series of 6 videos on for 6500. Oh my god. All right. Very quick in and out. That's the way with a lot of the classic SCPs is very quick. You're done. You can go. You're done in like 5 minutes. You just gotta be careful because some of them are a little fucked up. Anyway, this is the last one we'll be doing today. After stream, of course, I'll go through and add all of them to the description, like I said I would. Then I'll go get these uploaded and they'll come out for the rest of the week and then a little bit next week, probably. Then by next reading stream, which will probably be Friday. Hopefully I'll have the format figured out. Open the link. There's a link. What here? That was the link. Ugh. Exploring series does some of the longer readings. Yeah, Exploring series makes really long videos. I think I've watched a couple. In the chat, links get immediately purged. Unfortunately, there is no link. Links get insta-purged. I can't even stop the chat from doing that. I've tried. Sorry. Like it didn't even pop up. Did a link pop up for anyone else? Yeah, that's just how YouTube chat works. I've tried to turn it off before. It didn't work. All over Memphis Wikidot. Yeah, if you want to post links, the only way that I can get them is through the Discord. Or just tell me what to look up. That's fine too. All over Memphis. SCP Wikidot. The author page of Oliver Q. Memphis. This. The Meta Foundation. Lord Blackwood tales are pretty good. I'm not well accompanied to the, or well acquainted with continuities. The map is the map, it's the map. Apocalypse timeline. Threshold timeline. Threshold. Oh my god. The mold. Beware the mold. Do not take anything on this diagram as gospel. I am but a single mortal, and I'm limited in my ability to read all the relevant information, understand all the relevant information, and present all the relevant information in a way that's somewhat coherent without being overly simplified. Threshold oldest house. Control. Oh my god. Oh, the timeline had a little bit of a... It went a little wacky there for a second. Neat. It all makes sense now. SCP is canon to control. Alrighty. Template collaboration with SCP is real. He obviously wanted to. Alright. We got this one last article to do. And then off I go. Off I go then. More work? Yes, my lord. Okay. How about you? Playgrounded. Item number SCP-1740. Object class safe. Special containment procedures. Warning signs are to be placed outside of SCP-1740, claiming it as structurally unstable. SCP-1740 is to be surrounded by a 4-meter-high wall to prevent the viewing of SCP-1740-1. Any instance of SCP-1740-1 found attempting to exit SCP-1740 may be subdued through rope nets. Security personnel are to be stationed in nearby homes at blank street, and are to administer Class C amnestics to any trespassing civilians. Description: SCP-1740 is a public playground in blank. It contains standard recreational equipment, such as slides, ladders, mountable spring animals, and a swing set. Standard materials such as metal and plastic are present, though no anomalous properties surround the composition of any of the equipment in SCP-1740. SCP-1740's anomalous properties originate from its development of SCP-1740-1. A typical instance of SCP-1740-1 is an animate plastic mold of an animal mounted upon a metal spring. There are currently 9 instances of SCP-1740-1 recorded to inhabit SCP-1740. Autonomous behavior will only occur with instances of SCP-1740-1 if a human adolescent of less than 13 years in age comes within 1 meter of SCP-1740. Upon nearing SCP-1740, 2 to 3 instances of SCP-1740-1 will immediately activate and bounce. Footnote: average speed recorded is 1.2 kilometers per hour. Toward the adolescent, hereby referred to as the subject, and will attempt to prevent them from leaving SCP-1740. It will accomplish this through repeatedly slamming into the subject. If the subject manages to avoid capture, SCP-1740-1 instances will pursue them as far as 20 meters before returning to SCP-1740. If the subject is compliant, instances of SCP-1740-1 will escort the subject underneath SCP-1740. Footnote: as in, below the platforms of SCP-1740, which are used to reach the slides and other equipment, and will begin to patrol the perimeter. Subjects will be imprisoned for an indefinite amount of time, as SCP-1740-1 instances display no fatigue or need for nourishment. Subjects will also be provided with water and meals by SCP-1740-1, though they are currently provided through unknown means. Instances of SCP-1740-1 appear to lack peripheral vision, making escape significantly easier for most subjects. However, subjects caught escaping will be forcibly escorted by at least 4 instances of SCP-1740-1 to what appears to be a miniature guillotine incorporated into the swing set of SCP-1740. Approximately 1 centimeter portion of the subject's toe or finger will be sliced off as a repercussion. Medical supplies such as bandages are then provided by instances of SCP-1740-1. SCP-1740-A is a set of 3 wooden benches situated 4 meters from SCP-1740. Each bench is covered in green paint and show average wear and damage consistent to being outdoors. SCP-1740-A's anomalous properties manifest whenever a human with a biological child sits on a bench. Any other individual who does not meet these qualifications will not activate SCP-1740-A. After sitting on SCP-1740-A, a clear viscous liquid will immediately enclose the subject from beneath the area in which they sit. When enclosed by this substance, the subject will immediately enter a vegetative state and will not respond to external stimuli. The liquid contains several enzymes and electrolytes, though these display abnormalities in redacted, making the identification of a terrestrial species impossible at this time. The only known means of removing this substance from the subject is physical contact with the subject's biological child, which will cause the liquid to disperse and rapidly evaporate. The affected subject will not remember being incapacitated and will react with confusion and denial if questioned. Addendum 1740-B-2. A bronze plaque was found welded to the side of one playground structure. The following is the inscription of the plaque. Light Courier Enterprises, Prison Break Play. We here at Light Courier Enterprises are concerned for your children's emotional health, moral values, and physical fitness. To prepare your child for an event such as capture a nation, slavery, and spaghettification, we have designed a simplistic simulation to stimulate their minds and sagacity. While you are held in the widely known stasis goo, your children will be completely unable to seek advice from other sources, motivating them to become a singular entity. We hope that this may provide a stronger generation of children, a generation that can stand up to the fear together. Enjoy. You are currently in possession of the Mark 6 prison. Consult your local redacted to see what your child will need the most. Intended for usage on children 3 to 13 years of age. Many injuries caused by bouncy guards are purely accidental. Light Courier Enterprises hold no responsibilities for side effects from stasis gel, as it is not the original creator. Light Courier Enterprises thanks you for your assistance in preparing the future. Addendum 1740-LC. For original documentation on Group of Interest to Light Courier Enterprises, see SCP-2395. Further information can be obtained from SCP-1920, SCP-1940, and SCP-2940. Hey, that was fun. It sounds like this kind of sounds like the setup to like a 2014 multiplayer game, like a Gmod game. Never realized Darling wears some kind of knitting shirt underneath his lab coat. Oh, he's got like a knitted sweater vest on. Definitely read altered items and turn them into audiobooks for the FBC staff. Oh, definitely. I mean, the man's got an entire series of how-to videos. Too busy singing Dynamite in some other dimension. Oh no, Jesse is dynamite. They're right. Anyway, those were the 5 that I'm doing today. like I said, next reading will probably be on Friday, but we might be doing other evening streams this week, because I need to play Final Fantasy. Tomorrow, I'm going to see if we can finish Back to the Future. See if it's good for me to play that. If not, we'll be playing Dark Souls. And otherwise, the plan is to finish Dark Souls and Back to the Future this week. I think we can do it. We can probably do it. I believe in us. That was fun. That was fun. It's always fun to read. Yeah, I'm going to consider making lazy edits and reformatting the videos back to being similar to how they used to be. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Because I want to make use of the Dr. Weeble in them. And I can't really do that if it's the old format. I'll consider it. Because I can just record it on Audacity like I used to. Just record it in Audacity so that I could upload music separately. But I wouldn't be doing the full-on edits that I used to do. They're not hard. They don't take very long. Like to make like a 3-minute video, like a 3 to 5 minute reading video, it takes like an hour. Like an hour and a half at most. Like they take no time. But I made so many that it's brain melting. Like, I feel myself, like, my brain slipping out of my ears when I try to make those types of videos anymore. But I could do some limited stuff, like cut out extra dead air. I think I might. I'll decide on how the format is going to work. We should get the Weeble scientist within the next couple weeks. Recommendations: I want to listen to Aliulo reversing the Shrek intro song, calling him at 3. What, you mean you don't like that? You don't think that's good content? 10 seconds at a time? What do you mean? I think it's top tier content. It's content, all right. Is some. All right. Anyway, do gotta go get some ready for work in the morning. My work on Fridays just got taken away, so I have an extra day off now. So maybe we'll be able to do longer streams on Friday. We'll see. We'll see how that pans out. Our work schedule just got changed. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Thank you all for hanging out. I hope you had a good time because I certainly did. Y'all have a good night. Now, see y'all later.